at all, atheists. Although it is important to know that all of us perhaps need to have a power that we trust in and believe in. That is how we'll be able to succeed. My speech will not be too long today because yesterday I had enough time with you to talk to you. But I want to introduce the members of the National Executive Committee yet again before the President today. All NEC members who are here, please stand up for recognition, including the mobilization secretaries who have been introduced already. Please clap for them. Very importantly, those who are not around included Honorable Kaluya over there, President and Lope. Please, you don't need to be introduced. Your time will come. And Deputy President, please. But I think I introduced the rest, except Honorable Zake. You are not here when I was speaking, but you all know Honorable Zake Francis Butebi. He's head of the Youth League of the National Unity Platform. Then we have your good friend, Mr. Ali Buken Nubian Lee, the head of Arts, Culture and Sports in the National Unity Platform. And of course, Mugole, you have already introduced yourself. I believe the rest of you are introduced yesterday, especially the tallest man, Sasi Marvin, in charge of our diaspora desk. So comrades, there are just a few things I want to say, and also for the media, to get the context of what we're trying to do. Today, here we are meeting with our sub-regional coordinators. First of all, who I will request to stand up later on. We have sub-regional coordinators or sub-regional focal persons, people who are going to help us at the sub-regional level to supervise the exercise we are going into. Then we also have district focal persons, people who are going to be supervising this work at the district level. Then we have constituency registrars. Every constituency of Uganda, 353 of them, we have a registrar, and these are the people that you see here. We have 146 districts in Uganda, and each of them, districts and cities, have focal persons here present. And of course, like I said, we also have people at the sub-regional level. So may I request the sub-regional focal persons to stand up for recognition. Sub-regional focal persons. The rest of us should clap for them. I will just sample so that people understand. You, Sebo, Greater PG, just Greater, mention the place you're taking charge of, yeah? People power. Yes, Sebo. Just I want a sample of the, just mention your sub-region.
Sejema Martin, sub-regional coordinator, Greater Mpigi, taking Utambala, Mpigi and Gomba.
Thank you very much. Now I know that we are in a meeting of politicians, so I need to guide this very. You can take your seat, please. Just mention the sub-region only. Yes.
Masaka South, comprising of 6 districts.
Yes, please.
Masaka East, 4 districts.
Thank you very much.
Kampala sub-region, 9 districts.
Thank you very much.
Rwenzori sub-region, 4 districts.
Thank you very much.
Greater Mukono, commonly known as Mayula Stretch. I'm Kabaka Robert.
Thank you.
Toro sub-region, comprising of 8 districts. My name is David Siwamumbo.
Thank you.
Mujonikiza Innocent, Bunyoro sub-region.
Thank you.
Luke twice J, Kigezi, 6 districts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bright Mhumza, you should really not say many more words than, because I know you.
Bright Mumza, Ankole sub-region, people power.
Bright Mhumza will speak for the whole day.
Ojara Philip Kwani, Acholi sub-region.
Thank you very much, Amacholi.
Bakole Richard from the historical land, West Nile sub-region.
Thank you very much.
Mbuwezi Amos Kahara, Bushenyi Greater Region.
Thank you very much. That's Greater Msheni.
Greater Luwero, Lem Salim.
Thank you very much.
Samuel Okot, Acholi Sub-Region.
Thank you very much.
Gawaya Robert, Bukedi Sub-Region, comprised of 7 districts.
Thank you very much. That is Bukedi. And at the back,
Alfred Chebet, Sebei Sub-Region, 3 districts.
thank you very much. Kapchorwa, Buko, and yeah, Buikwe. No, Buko, and Kwen. Buko and Kwen, yeah.
Greater Mubende, 5 districts.
Thank you. That's Kaumadigo.
Karamoja Sub-Region, 9 districts.
Ayen Anes from Karamoja. So, people power. Oh, there's someone here, Mawa. Mawa, and of course from Bali, Fazari. Quickly, let's do it very quickly. Actually, this is for the benefit of the media to see that the whole country is represented at this meeting.
Nasimbwa Sarah, Wakiso Sub-Region, 8 districts.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Nabende Fazali Hussein, Sub-Region, comprise 7 districts.
7 districts. Bugisu.
Moses Mawa, Lango Sub-Region, in comprise of 11 districts.
Thank you very much. Any other sub-region we haven't introduced? Oh, I think Teso. Please be quick.
Teso Sub-Region, comprising of 10 districts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. People power. Power. So these are leaders at the sub-regional level. Now I'm not going to introduce every district, but I want to request the district focal persons to stand up for recognition. All the comrades at the district level stand up for recognition. The 146 districts of Uganda. The rest of us who are seated, clap for them. These are you registrars, these ones are your bosses, so please clap for them again. You can take your seats. Okay, now let me see if the district focal persons are going to clap better for the ones who they are supervising. Let me ask all registrars to stand up for recognition. Now, these people power, our power, NUP, everywhere, NUP. You can take your seats. These are the registrars, and you can hear the sound of their, the vibe they have. I do not intend to introduce the members of parliament. I guess the LOP will do that. The members of parliament who are here, but I also take recognition of you. I see the media, but I think we'll do maybe some other interviews because we have people from all over the country. I don't know if I should just translate it to one language. We'll see. I'll be guided by our spokesperson on how to go about that. So that is the nature of meeting we have today. And today we are launching the nationwide membership registration drive. I'm sure that is what you've been told. Our president is here to launch the nationwide membership registration drive. We registered members when we launched NUP initially, and the registration has been going on. But now, as we go into the structure formation exercise, we have decided that we need to put aside 1 month to give opportunity to all Ugandans who want to officially join the National Unity Platform an opportunity to do that. And so that is going to be the first exercise, which will take 1 month. So beginning 1st of May up to the end of this month, the end of May, we shall be registering members all across the country. And as you know, the membership card of NUP is just 1,000 shillings. The membership card is 1,000 shillings. The membership cards are available. So we want to take these membership cards as far wide as possible. This is because only people who are members of the party will be allowed to participate in the structures of the party. Are we together? Only people who are members of the party will be allowed to stand for any position within the structures of the party. So that is why we are here, first of all, to launch the membership registration drive. Of course, we are also launching the roadmap of the exercise of structure building, which begins with membership registration. But after registering all our members, we shall come back here and roll out to go and set up structures at every level in this country. We shall have structures right from the village level, parish level, sub-county, constituency, and district in the whole country. And that is why we have leaders from all over the country. I think that is the administrative bit I wanted to clarify, especially for the media, to know the purpose of this engagement. Now, comrades, yesterday I told you already, but maybe I should also register this in the presence of the media, that as NUP, we are doing our best, and I want to appreciate you yet again, like I did yesterday, for all the sacrifice you people have been making in your different places. Thank you very much for the sacrifice. Thank you very much for the work that you do. The work you do, many of you, you know, you go on radio stations every other day. You are always doing a lot of work everywhere across the country, and we are absolutely grateful to you for the work that you do. But be mindful of the fact that we are the National Unity Platform. Yesterday I told you that even the money that is allocated by Parliament for political parties, NRM takes 75% of it. NUP here takes only 12%. And I told you that with the 12% that we get, we have been able to do in just 3 years what all these parties that have been here have failed to do even for 40 years in the case of NRM. We have been able to do a lot of work to set up mobilization committees all across the country, facilitate the different departments that we have in the party to do different things. So you can see that it takes a lot of sacrifice. And I want to appreciate you, comrades, yet again for the sacrifice that you put in to do the work that you do at your different levels. And that is the same thing that I want to task you as you leave this place. Please know, in some cases we shall facilitate you. Of course, we know that you cannot do this work completely without some facilitation. But if we bring little facilitation, please understand, because with NRM, they don't only use the 75% we are talking about, they also use the state resources. You find that in a district, the DSO is doing NRM work. The ISOs are doing NRM work. The RDC is doing NRM work. All these people, the Gombolola chief and whatever, they conscript them, and you find that they are using state resources to do the party work. But like I told you yesterday, comrades were involved in the struggle for liberation, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Once we achieve our victory, things will get better. And of course, yesterday I ended on a point of hope. And of course, our president was in Wichita yesterday. Where are people from Busoga? Oh, the Busoga team is seated right behind. Thank you so much for giving our president a very good reception yesterday. It was massive. And of course, that gives me hope every day that we shall surely succeed in removing this regime that has brought problems to our people and building a new Uganda that we promise to the people of Uganda every day. The final point I will talk about today is that you, comrades, are staff of the party. You are administrative staff of the party. Even in some cases where you are an elected leader at your respective levels, right now the role you are taking on is administrative in nature. Please do not get dragged into the local politics. We do not want a registrar to take sides. Are we together? A registrar must not take sides, because we've seen that happen many times. That people keep coming here to complain that the registrar, when the registrar is inviting meetings, he or she invites only for one camp. You comrades are going to serve all members of the National Unity Platform. You are not supposed to go and say that for me, I have decided to be a supporter of Sasi Marvin against Nabatanzi. You are not allowed to do that. And I told you yesterday that you comrades are on probation. I don't know for which position though. LOC 1, LOC 3. People power. So I want to emphasize that you must serve all our people equally and equitably. Do not, and the other thing is that after this exercise, that's when we'll go into the structure formation. At that particular point, we'll discuss how to go about it with the organizing secretary to see how to deal with some of you who have political ambitions. Because we want you to be neutral. We want you to serve all our people equitably and make sure that you do not chase some people or do not give them opportunities and that kind of thing. So those are the comments I wanted to make today. I want to appreciate you so much for the work, for the sacrifice, for choosing to identify with the National Unity Platform, which we for sure know that with the help of God is the next government of the Republic of Uganda. Even now, there's a comment I always see on social media, the regime has to work so hard to deal with us because we are ruling over them. Because we are sure 100% that we beat them, and of course they rigged and did whatever. But thank you so much for identifying with NUP. Thank you for the work you do. Yesterday I introduced that gentleman there. Please stand up again. The brother to Lachoto, Ambrose, who was shot 150 times in Kabong. We went to bury him in Kabong. He was our coordinator, and yesterday we observed a moment of silence for him and all our comrades who have perished in different circumstances. But that gentleman, yeah, maybe we'll do the same thing. First, come here quickly, brother, because you can imagine that gentleman was our registrar. He should be here today with us. He should be here with us today. But the soldiers had been looking for him everywhere. And on this particular day, he was coming from watching a football match. And you can tell the story in 1 minute again, for the media especially to get that. Your names and what happened to your brother. And why you are here today.
Yeah. And my name's Moya John Bosco from Kabong District, Karamoja Sub-Region. My brother, Machete Lochota Ambrose, has been a strong supporter of NUP. He has been receiving very many threats. He used to come home, tell us, we have been threatened by this, by DPC, why do you put on the cape of no? Why do you put on t-shirt of no? And it looks like these guys have been tracking his movement, but that day there was a national march. He watched up to 11 to midnight there. When he was going home, these mafias, these killers tracked him and they abducted him on the way, took him a distance around 500 meters from the spot where he was taken. Then he was shot there over 150 bullets. The whole body actually. Even the day of burial, there was no viewing even, we could not even see the face. Yeah. Then that day, we realized there was a very tense situation. We went to police to report the case. They rejected. They chased us from police. They said we have registered a statement. Then when we sat as a family, we realized that it is just a gang thing. Then we went to the DISO. From this also, the same thing. Then when we went to the hospital, the same, they were there. we went there to pick the body. Of course, as usual, there is always a postmortem report. We went, they said, wait. We waited almost 5 hours waiting for the postmortem report, but we realized that it is a planned thing. We had to pick the body like that, we got it. Now, even our being here, after the burial actually, we never followed anything. We kept quiet. But they kept on following us also as a family. When we wake up in the morning, we find that there are footmarks of soldiers at the door. They have forgotten some rain-sorry water. They've been waiting for us to come out. They finish us. We said, it's okay. These are the killers. Maybe they have just come maybe to destroy the witnesses. Of course, they did it openly. They had witness. When my brother was taken away, he was taken when he was moving with his friends coming home. They kidnapped him alone. So even those ones are now not in place. They left the place. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's, okay, clap for him, for the courage and being able to speak this. And at this point, I will request all of us to observe a moment of silence, to stand up and observe a moment of silence, not only for our brother Machete, but for all other comrades who have perished in the line of duty, who have perished in this revolution for a better country. May the souls of our departed comrades rest in eternal peace. You have a request and we are going to deal with that. He's requesting that his brother's picture also be put somewhere at this office of ours. People power. Our power. So these are the challenges that we encounter everywhere. And I'm sure many of you here have been intimidated in the past, have been arrested, have gone through all these challenges. So let us understand that the work we are involved in is not just administrative work. It is struggle work, and we need to stand firm in the face of resistance, in the face of so many challenges. Yesterday, I made a request and warned you, and maybe I should say the same thing here, that if a day reaches and you feel that you can no longer withstand the pressure of this work that we are involved in, go peacefully but leave our registers. Some of these people have been crossing and they go and hand over our registers to the regime. We are going to sue you personally, because when these materials that you're going to be given, this is these belong to NUP. They do not belong to you. They are not. You can imagine someone going to the regime and taking party cards and party registers and handing them over. But maybe the final thing, to those of you who may want to sell out, you remember when we had just launched People Power, the regime started immediately trying to buy as many people as possible. Mama Jole, you remember, one of them was given a tractor, Simani, another one was given what? But right now, as I speak, most of those people are always begging us, they want to come back. Because NRM just was interested in a photo moment. After that photo moment, it ended there. And so I feel sorry for those who sell out, because they think that maybe they are going to get anything from there. But even if you are to get it, why should you get something so immoral, so evil, at the expense of your people, at the expense of the taxpayers' money? If the regime meets you and gives you 20 million shillings, which budget have they picked that money from? It is money that should be fixing hospitals. That is the money that should be making sure that you have schools. But then you find someone selling out because of that. Without wasting any other time, I want to invite our leader of the opposition, the Honorable Joel Senyoni. We are still using the word leader of opposition because it is what is in the law, but he is the leader of our parliamentary front.
Thank you, our very able Secretary General. Let's appreciate him with a hand clap. I know Chairman Nyanzi says he will be very complete after he has walked down the aisle. But for us, we know he's able, and he will take care of all of that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you all for coming from the various parts of this country, different districts where you have come from. We do welcome you. Mr. President, we have some leaders amongst us. I've seen a couple of members of Parliament here. Others are not here. In fact, there are those whom I specifically asked not to come because there's some business we are taking care of at Parliament in committees. Government wants to introduce some new taxes on fuel, on construction materials, cement, lime, white cement, and so on land transactions. That when you're selling your small piece of land, you have got to pay an extra tax and so on. So we are trying to fight those things first in the committees, and then eventually it's going to come to the whole house tomorrow, I believe. So that's why some people are not here, because we thought it important that they begin that line of fight in the committees, because this is ridiculous. And so that's why some of our leaders are not here. But those here, let me request them to stand. Let me start with members of Parliament. Kindly stand, those who are here. We do welcome you all. Maybe very quickly, of course, the Honorable Francis Zake from Mitiana was introduced. The Honorable Derek Nyeko, who is dressed like a real fighter, all the way from Makindye. Haji, this one is our Deputy Imam. And I think you have just come from, you've just come back from Umrah. I hope you brought blessings for us. Thank you so much, all the way from Katikamo. Honorable Hassan Chilumira, localité. I like the last name. The Honorable Aloysius Mukasa from Rubaga South. All the way from Ntenjeru, the Honorable Patrick Nsanja. People power. Our power. Our power. People power. And I like that you're clad in the t-shirt of our late comrade, the Honorable Anthony Wameli. He was an incredible lawyer who did a lot of work for us as a party, so thank you for honoring him. The Honorable Goreti Namuga from Mawogola, Sembabule district. She's also our She's vice chairperson of one of our accountability committees in Parliament, Park Central. The Honorable Mwada Kunyinji from Chadondo East. People power. Our power. Our power. People power. He's our Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister. Minister Owadala, because the other people's minister is never in Parliament, so I normally tell him, you do all the work. Our work as the opposition and also government work as Foreign Affairs Minister. People power! Our power! And he has not disappointed us. He used to be our shadow minister for Kampala. We now tasked him with a new responsibility to be vice chairperson of Park local government, and he's all the way from Rubaga North, the Honorable Abubeka Kawalia. People power! Our power! The Honorable Kayemba Solo from Bukoma Simbi. He's also, the man has fans here. He's also our Shadow Minister for Sports. And so I've been telling him, if the other minister cannot deliver on Nambole, you should deliver on Nambole. The Honorable Matovu Charles, all the way from Busiro South. People power. Power, 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 power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. Everywhere. NUP. Even here. NUP. Alhaji Mulima Mayuni. I like the Mulima Mayuni name. I used to think it actually wasn't his name. And then I learned it is actually his name. This man answered a minister who was very stubborn, very cantankerous minister, who still to date is abducting our people Chibuli. In fact, the other day, Honorable was telling us he was it in court, following up on some people who are still being abducted by this very cantankerous man. First, we appreciate you for unseating him. Hopefully you can chase him from the village, from the whole of Mukono, so that Chibule man disappears for good. But Honorable Mlimamani, thank you for joining us this morning. We have mayors among us. Let me request the mayors to kindly stand. Yes, the entire team of mayors. I understand you were all introduced, led by the very able Honorable Florence Namai, Mayor of Masaka City, Governor. Very able, a woman, but extremely able. She has the energy of like 20 men.
People power! Power, power! Power, power! People power!
Okay, I'm told the rest were taken note of, but thank you. Even our neighbor from Rubaga here across, Mayor Zaki Mberoze. There are LC5 councillors and LC3, all councillors, please stand at once and we take note of your presence here. Those who are here. We did not invite many of them because this meeting was specifically for our registrars and focal persons. But thank you, our councillors who are here. Thank you for joining us. We want to congratulate our leaders, our registrars, our district focal persons, our sub-county focal persons at the different levels. We do congratulate you upon taking on these roles, and we do have a lot of hope in you. We hope you have hope in yourselves, because it's one thing for us to have hope in you, it's another for you to have a lot of hope in yourselves. The people in the districts where you come from have got a lot of hope in you. Because when you move across the country, when you go to Busoga, where our president led the team to yesterday, when you go to parts of northern Uganda and you see the poverty that is in that place, you people who are here from northern Uganda, your brothers and sisters in northern Uganda have a lot of hope in you. People who are from different parts of the country. Because the whole country is shattered economically, politically, and otherwise. So people have got hope in you. I know they've got hope in our president, but our president cannot be everywhere. As a party, and the party leadership, we might not be everywhere at the same time. We shall come and visit you. Our president is going to come to each of your districts to connect with you and the people that you lead. But you, our leaders, are there on a daily basis. And so you are our ambassadors as a party. Please be good ambassadors. Please be good leaders. Be exemplary leaders. Do not be the reason some people say, you see these NUP leaders, this is how they behave. Please, be a good ambassador. And that's what we expect of you in the different parts of the country, including deep in the villages. Let people see you and desire the new Uganda we talk about. By just seeing the way you carry yourself, the way you lead your family, for those of you who have families, let it not be hard that you're the one who is fighting with your wife on the village. That you're the drunkard who has to be picked up on the road. Let it not be hard of us. It has not been hard at all. We have not had any stories yet, and that's why we have hope and trust in you. But our desire is that you continue to be that way. That you be disciplined leaders. That you be leaders with integrity. Let it not be you cheating people, grabbing people's land, because now you have become powerful. And so you connive with land grabbers to steal people's land. That's another challenge we have in our country, in different parts of the country. Let you be different. Let it be you fighting for those whose land is being grabbed. Let it be you fighting for the old people, the widows who are being chased out of their houses by some rich, gluttonous people. Let it be you fighting for people whose rights are being taken away. So let's exude discipline. It's important as leaders, so that people continuously see an image of the real credible government in waiting. And that can only be done by you in those different places where you are, because you're the ones going to market NUP to the market women, to the vendors, to the farmers deep in the villages, wherever. You are ambassadors. Please be good ambassadors. As our Secretary General has mentioned, the regime is going to try severally to buy you off. Because now the cameras are here, they have seen you people, and we expect you to be active anyway when you go back. And so you'll be active in your villages, in your districts. Please be active, that's important. And as you continuously be active, the regime will try and come to grab you. They'll firstly use money. We hope that you will not fall for that money. They will come with promises. You have seen some of our colleagues who in the past have crossed having been promised things. And so they go on TV and speak lots of ridiculous things because they have been promised. We are going to give you 100 million, we are going to give you a car, and all of these different things. And they say, now we have deposited 1 million with you. The 99 is coming. They go on TV, speak lots of ridiculous things. 6 months down the road, the money that was promised to them is not given to them. And then they come back in the media and they say, these people, they used us, they promised me money and a house and so on, they have not given me those things. Have you seen those people? Because the regime is not interested in enriching you, they want to use you. And so they will put you before the media and you will say all manner of things. And the promises will not come. That has happened, not once, not twice, so many times. You've seen some of these people. So our hope is that you will be focused. Our hope is that you will look at the bigger picture. Because again, like we are saying, they're not going to ameliorate your life. No, they want to use you. Come dressed in a beret, take pictures with Mike Mukula or whoever, and then they promise you all manner of things. And then tomorrow, those promises don't come and you're thinking, now what do I do? Do I go back to NUP? And now those people don't trust me anymore. These new ones where I have gone, they have not embraced me, they've not delivered on the promises. So you're going to become hot cake. Our hope is that you will not sell your future. Our hope is that you will not sell the people whom you're representing, wherever it is that you come from, because you're holding those people's hopes in your hands. Of course, we are not telling the people to abandon and abdicate their responsibility as citizens to you, but as leaders, you're the ones showing them direction. And so they look to you. Our hope is that you will not let those people down. Our hope is that you will not fall for the pennies that will be thrown at you. I want to sound a warning to regime operatives and regime security outfits. Yes, I'm sounding a warning because I'm a leader in this country. So I am in a capacity to send a warning. And our president is going to sound an even more serious warning to them. Because, as he did promise them in our manifesto, promised them an increment. We said that the lowest ranking officer in the military, UPDF, police, prisons will be getting 1 million shillings. And I meet a number of them and they tell us, hey, Banange, when is the promise you people made to us coming? And I tell them that some of your colleagues are the ones who made it difficult by fighting us, who would be in charge and you would have that promise. And I understand, because in Parliament they're trying to scamper around, they're trying to increase the salary for the military because there's a lot of pressure. And so we are telling them we want all of their salaries increased. So there's a lot of pressure happening because of the promise that we made to them through our president. So anyhow, I'm sounding a warning to them. Whichever outfit you are, please obey the law. Do not go after these our leaders, because some of them will want to come to you to intimidate you. You know, when money fails, when they try to buy you and you refuse, then they will begin to intimidate you. They will want to arrest you, to torture you. That has happened to some of our leaders. You find the coordinator is meeting people at his home, actually. 5 or 10 of them, they come and pick them up and beat them up. So I want to sound a warning to security operatives. Please don't operate beyond your reach. Operate within the law. We are a recognized legal entity in this country, a fully registered political party with the right to operate. So if anything, you should be providing security to these leaders as opposed to going out to antagonize them. So we want to put them on notice. Any individual, because we are going to be taking on individuals, whether you are police, military, or whatever the case might be, that will want to antagonize our leaders, to brutalize them. We are coming after you individually. Yeah. Because this whole collective responsibility thing, it should be a thing of the past. Yes, we shall take on the institution, whether it be police or UPDF or whatever the case might be, but you, the individuals who commit these crimes, we are going to come after you, legally and otherwise. And we have that capacity, and so we shall come after you. So our hope is that they will behave. Our hope is that our leaders will go out there, connect to their people, and do the job that we expect them to without any interferences. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of propaganda, and it's going to increase against us as a party, against us as leaders, and the only reason it will increase is because they are feeling the pressure. Oh yes, they're feeling it. They might pretend that they don't feel it, but whenever you see a lot of propaganda, you know that they are feeling the pressure. They are seated on a hot plate. So let's intensify that heat. Let's take it a notch higher. And let's not fall for this propaganda. Let's not be diverted. Because sometimes this propaganda is to divert us. When they see now there's a lot of pressure even in the population, then they'll throw some things all over the place, propaganda. Let's not focus so much on that. Let's focus on the work that we ought to do. Let's go and connect with our people. Let's go and we mobilize. Let's go and recruit people. Because the exercise that you are going to do, as has been tasked, is to go and register our members. At district level, go deep in the villages. You know, whenever we travel with our president, we go deep in villages and we find old women there saying, people power, our power. And we say, how did this one get to know? Our people know. Because they want different, they want better. So let's go out there and be focused. Let's not be derailed by some of this propaganda all over the place. It's happening because of the pressure we are exerting. So let's exert even a lot more pressure. And let's focus on the goal. I want to thank you once again for coming. I want to thank you for your commitment. We believe that you're going to press through and we shall deliver. A time is going to come when we shall be meeting to ask, how did we do it? Because we are going to do it. It's going to happen. We look at stories that we admire. In South Africa, they fought against apartheid for a long time. It struggled and struggled. But the time came and they made it. In the West, our brothers and sisters, blacks, were ill-treated as slaves, but they fought and fought and fought until the time came and they got their freedom. So let's keep fighting, use every avenue we have within the law and otherwise to fight for our freedom. It is a clarion call placed against us even by the Constitution. Mr. President, as I end, I've seen some new leaders that have come. Let me introduce, she was here speaking to the team yesterday, our Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, who is also a woman MP for Mutambala, the Honorable Aisha Kabaka. We have also been joined by another Hajati, the woman member of Parliament for Kampala, the Honorable Shamim Malende. Doing good work within the courts to see to it that our people are freed. I know I had been asked by the media that they, our media houses have bulletins, Uganda and so on, but we'll connect with you after here for those Uganda bites. For now, the whole of Uganda is here. Because if I speak Uganda from here, I'll have to speak Acholi, I'll have to speak Lango, I'll have to speak Lunyankole, I'll have to speak Rusoga, and all your other languages. And time is not enough, even though I know a few of those languages. So we'll keep it English for now, and then afterwards we'll connect with you after here. Please do allow me to invite our Deputy President in charge of Western Uganda, the Honorable Jolie Mugisha. You're welcome, Mama.
People power. People power. NUP. Kabari.
NUP.
Chisoro.
NUP.
Arua.
NUP.
Padel.
NUP.
Mbale. Mbale,
NUP,
and everywhere.
NUP.
Your Excellency, the Secretary General, Law, the Leader of Opposition, and your team from Parliament, all of you leaders, the mayors, the governors, and all of you here present today. My name is Jolene Mugisha. I have to introduce myself because perhaps those of you who come from other areas don't know me, and the members of the press, of course. I lead the team from Western Uganda to this level. I thank God that we have come to this historical event because we have been here for a few years, but this is the first time we are hosting a team of registrars from across the country. We are hosting all the sub-regional coordinators. We are hosting all of you leaders that are here today. I thank God that we are here, and I know that from today you are taking up the leadership of driving the vehicle that is going to take us to State House. You are the driver. And after all that has been said, I just want to add my voice to say that now that you are given the keys, those of you know how to drive. You know when you put a key, when you inject a key, and you turn on, you see a red light. All of you are wearing red, most of you today. Make sure your engines are on. Go out, and they have talked about you going to be intimidated. Yes, I know. I want to give you just one simple method of overcoming intimidation. Temptation is going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Even us at our level, yesterday, I talked about the time when I was, when I almost fell in temptation. I want to share with you what I did, so that if it ever happens to you, don't sit there. I know now they have even added on a new number of they assistant RDCs or those people who intimidate you out there. Now, if it happens and another DC comes, assistant police or whatever, just pick up your phone and call somebody. I want to share my experience. When I almost sat in a vehicle, the vehicle was already parked at my house to go to watch. And for me, I thought I was proudly going to do something that was going to help our party. Because these people come in different forms. Others will beg you, others will confuse you, others will intimidate you. You know what I did? I picked up my phone and called the Secretary General. I told him, you know what, I'm going to Wachtora. He said, what are you going to do to Wachtora? I told him they have called me. He said, what? I said, the vehicle is parked outside. He told me, run, run, run. I had already even packed, I had already brushed my shoes, my handbag was ready, and my beautiful chitenje was prepared. And I know some of you are going to fall in that kind of temptation. So if it ever happens, ladies and gentlemen, just pick up your phone and share. And those of you who have an opportunity to go to the radios, talk about it, call somebody, share it out. And as sure as I'm standing here, those people are going to leave you alone. I'm not going to take time because all has been said. That's just one simple trick of overcoming their calling. They are not going to stop. Even the lowest level, because the lowest will be handled by the lowest. The chairman, LOC1, the whoever women councils, those people are going to come. So don't avoid, just confront them with information which you have been given here. Since you are the driver, you should know how to drive. Otherwise, there is a lot that we are going to do together. I know my colleagues are not here. I'm sure you have been seeing me seated there alone with the president. My two colleagues, Dr. Lina Zedriga from Northern Uganda, Honorable Nambeshe for Eastern Uganda. You know what happened to our other brother. So if it could happen to him, what about you? Now go and take care. So I bring their apologies, those two. They have not been able to be with us today. Dr. Zendriga is out of the country and Honorable Nambeshe is committed with parliamentary work, but they are with us, Your Excellency. We are looking forward to the time when we are all going to be complete again. So I pray, Your Excellency, that the people of Central Uganda, you work hard so that they can pick another one from there, so that the number can be complete. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much. Thank you for the commitment. You have been here 2 days. I know some of you may not have even relatives in Kampala, but here you are. Thank you for the commitment. Thank you, the organizing team. Mr. Kanari, thank you for that technical presentation. I want to believe that the members now, you know, they say information is power. Now these members here are equipped with information. Go out and use the information. Go out and be the example. You know, I was whispering to the treasurer that if people join us because they have seen others or they have admired you, what is it as a registrar? What is it as a regional coordinator? What is it that you have as a district coordinator that is going to woo other people to join you? You must be the example, right? You must, there are a lot of things you can do. Talk well-informed information, dress well. Today I'm not wearing my beret, but appear the way other people are going to see you and then get attracted to the party. Your Excellency and members, I want to thank the funders. I want to thank the organizers of this program. I want to thank everyone that has been here, that has made this program a success. Mr. Kanavi, the other day, Honorable here talked a lot of English, and I made an observation and a request that this kind of training now trickles down to either first of all to the sub-regional level, then to the districts, because the one-time training is not enough. I want to believe that these members can use some more training, because even myself, I know I'll be supervising, I'll be moving around, but some questions I may not be able to answer. For instance, a member was asking about what do we do when one loses a card. For instance, I know even the offices now that are located in the districts and in the regions, they are registering. I don't remember hearing you telling us what we are going to do with those people who are registering now. There are even people in the diaspora whom we have given cards. What do we do? So please let this kind of training trickle down. Let all of us get the information. Let all of us read more, and then read by example. Without taking a lot of your time, Your Excellency, thank you for coming. Members, please clap for him. Thank you for taking time off your very busy schedule, because you know when you come, each time you are in the house, the moods are different. Just turn around, look around and see people's faces. People are yearning to hear from you. People, I don't know whether they enjoy your smile or whatever, but people really love you. You know politics. We are doing politics, right? You know politics. The other day when they were talking about some members of our group wanting to overthrow you, you know what I told them? I said, can that man come and stand? You people who have ever been to Mbarara, before you enter Mbarara from Masaka side, there is where there is an emblem, what should have been an emblem of Ankore. It's called Amahembegente there. I told them, I said, let this man you are talking about walk from Amahembegente to the post office And I see how many people are going to wave or even to smile at you. Your Excellency, people love you. You don't know how much people love you. Ugandans love you. Children love you. Women, not in a bad way. Women love you. Everybody loves you, Your Excellency. Before I invite you, allow me to congratulate Chairman Nyanzi. Omugore, please stand up so that people, even when they have already seen you, let people clap for you. You have, and all the men in the house, in this place, in our party, who have waited. Honorable Nyeko, did you wait? Oh, all of you who have waited. Because this is a demonstration that our party is led by very serious, committed people. Because you cannot lead a nation if you cannot control your family. So thank you so much, Chairman Nyanzi. You are, the young people can see after you. Those of you, in fact, I have a few weddings in my region, which I am going to ask the concerned people to invite all of you, because this is a mobilization too. Thank you, Chairman, Your Excellency. Please let the members receive you. I can see they are growing impatient.
We know it too. We know it too.
Chakurani.
Twine
Bobby Chakurani.
Twine Bobby Chakurani.
Twine
Bobby Chakurani.
Twine Msingu's way to. Welcome, Your Excellency, Mr. Msingu, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! It's not time to sit down yet. People power! Our power!
People power!
NUP!
Everywhere!
Everywhere!
NUP!
Iyo, amba! Iyo,
Amba!
iyo,
Amba!
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 NUP way!
Amba!
People power way!
Amba!
Asante sana!
Amba! Amba!
Coordinator way!
Amba!
Webale sebo!
Amba!
Asante sana!
Amba! Amba!
Northern Uganda!
Amba!
Apoyo tutwa! Apoyo mate!
Amba! Amba!
Aba westi!
Amba!
Webale muno!
Amba!
Muri abakabi!
Amba!
Aba Eastern!
Amba!
Webale ino!
Amba!
Manyarana!
Amba! Amba! Amba!
People power! Our power! NUP! And everywhere! Adui nani? Adui Bosco mwenyewe. Adui nani? Adui Bosco mwenyewe. Adui nani? Adui nani? Tusonge mbele, songe mbele, nabidi tusonge mbele. Tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele. People power, our power, NUP, and everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're still standing, I want us to once again give respect and pay tribute to our brother Lachoto Machete, who just passed away a while ago, who was murdered in freezing blood, not cold blood, but freezing blood. I want us to give him a huge round of applause, because even in heaven where he is, I know that he will be listening to us. So give him a big round of applause. Don't stop. This is for you, Comrade Lachoto, for you, Machete, and all the comrades in Karamoja, in northern Uganda, all over the country. We appreciate you, we rate you, we remember you, and we'll never forget you. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much, and please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. I was preempted by the brother, and I'm glad that he said it again, but it was my intention to mention it today, that we intend to pay full, well-deserved respect to our brother by also painting his noble picture on our wall of martyrs, because he deserves it. Madam Deputy President, our Secretary General, our spokesperson and leader of our parliamentary team, Mobilization Secretary, Madam Deputy SG, members of Parliament, members of NEC, fellow leaders in all capacities, I salute you. Allow me also to thank our very good friends, the Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom in Africa, for making this engagement possible and helping us launch this drive. I want in a very, very special way to thank all of you, the leaders, but most importantly, you, the coordinators. My thanks should come from the lowest leader coming up. Thank you very much for the commitment. Thank you very much for the volunteering. But above all, thank you very much for risking. It's a very big risk for you to stand on the right side of history in this time and era. It is more of a death wish for you to stand against General Museveni, who executes people in cold blood and appoints no and accounts to no one. But to see that you, comrades, put faith over fear, to see that you still envision a new Uganda, even where it is challenging, even where our odds seem insurmountable, I salute you very, very much. Thank you very much for standing for this cause. Now, while we are here, friends, we are a representation of very many people. I'm sure each one of you, every time you move in your constituencies, in your different regions, you find people that are so sold into this cause. This cause, we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. No, it was started by our forefathers. Some people actually doubted General Museveni as early as 1986. Now they are proving themselves right. We were convinced by the lies of General Museveni. Our parents were. Some of us held him in very high regard. I mean, we have comrades amongst us who were named after Museveni. I always tell my friends I was named after Robert Mugabe because he was a prized revolutionary back then. When I was born, my parents thought that the person to name their child after was Robert Mugabe. See where he ended up. Our leader of opposition was named after Yoweri Museveni. But see what Museveni turned into. So this, we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. We are inheriting a struggle. We give credit to the great freedom fighters like Paul Kawanga Semogedeni, like Dr. Kizza Besigye. They started it. Our duty is to end it. Our duty is to finish it. That is what we must promise ourselves. Freedom in our lifetime. Democracy in our lifetime. The rule of law in our lifetime. And we must achieve that by the grace of God. But even if we say by the grace of God, we must know, in the Baganda culture, they say Katonda ayamba yeyambe. God only helps those who help themselves. My mother used to teach me that God can only do for you what he can do through you. What God cannot do through you, He will not do for you. So it is your duty to let God help you using you. I'm very glad we are here and we all seem to understand that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to drive a point that we, much as we are here, much as we are the National Unity Platform, we are actually not a political party. I know that sounds convincing, but I'm very serious. We are not a political party. We just have a political party. We are people power. We are the representation of those masses yearning for change. And we started out as a team of people, the men, the women, the young, the old, the educated, the uneducated, the city dwellers and the rural dwellers, all Ugandans from all walks of life, coming together with a vision of creating a nation, the same vision that was present at independence, the vision of our forefathers, creating a nation that would make life better and admirable for the next generation. We are that generation that was supposed to realize it. We've not yet realized it. That's why we're not giving up. So we are not as small as a political party. We are a representation of a cause. We are people power. We introduced the National Unity Platform as our political wing. And for us, the National Unity Platform is the organized wing of people power. The thoughtful wing of people power. The leading wing, the guiding wing of people power. Everybody out there is people power. We must never lose that. There's been so many political parties that have come up. There was the Democratic Party. It was a representation of democracy, the representation of the ideals of the people. You know how it ended up. There was the UPC, there was the FDC. You know how it all ended up. So we must not be another opposition political party. No, we are a cause. We have an agenda. We have a desire. We have a dream. Which dream is not only limited to the leaders, but a dream of the people of Uganda, the young and the old. So they are looking at us with a lot of hope, which hope we must never disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. So knowing that we are not just a political party, it should also inform us that this is actually not politics as usual. This is a revolution. It's not politics as usual. Because if it was politics as usual, we would be free people, freely doing what we are entitled to do under the law. But we cannot achieve that. So we must treat this as the real struggle that it is, as the revolution that it is. And we must not settle, especially we the leaders. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, a revolution or a struggle cannot succeed on only admiration alone, or on only the hope alone, or only the tiredness alone. Wherever you go, I was in Busoga yesterday, and you would think the people of Busoga are the most tired, but go to northern Uganda, go to western Uganda, come to the central, they are thinking the same. Everywhere we go, there are masses and masses of people. Something that has not happened in our generation. There's so much power out there. But like one advert told us, power is nothing without control. Power is nothing without guidance, without direction. The Pan-Africans keep teaching us that we should not agonize alone. We should organize. Because the future belongs to the organized. If we don't organize, we will continue moving in circles. So you here are the organizing wing. There's so much power out there. There's so much support out there. But how do we harness it? It is like the rain. This tent out here keeps flowing rainwater. But if you don't put if you don't put gutters, the water will fall everywhere. But if you put gutters, we shall be able to guide our water to a tank or wherever we want that water. And ultimately, we shall harvest that water. The support that people have given us, that is their role. The chanting, the waving, the votes that they give us, and all the massive nationwide support, that is the wealth, that is the power that they give us. That is their role. What is our role? Is to bring it together, to harness it, to collect it, to make sure we bring it to a logical conclusion. What is that logical conclusion? Kicking out the dictator, but not only that, but building a new country, building a new leadership. Who are those leaders? You, nobody else. So we have a big duty to bring that resource together, that support together. That is our duty here. That is why we are organizing. Because you will go to Karamoja, you will go to Guru, and you'll find young men and women, even old ones, supporting us massively. But if we don't find a way of harnessing that support, it will pass like that. That is why we are here. And we are organizing not only for an election. Yes, we are a political party that organizes for elections, that organizes for democracy, if there's democracy. But even with this deceitful semblance of democracy, we can maximize it when we organize, because ultimately, even if Museveni dies tomorrow, ultimately we shall go to the polls. Ultimately, there will be elections. Even if they do their crooked business of the son trying to overtake the father, we shall finally keep both of them away, or the whole family. But even when they tell us that there was divine intervention and the entire house burnt up, still we would have to go to elections. That is why I am calling for constant organizing, so that when that time comes, whether it comes tomorrow or next week or next year, it finds us ready and organized. So you comrades are the organizing wing of us. Think as if we don't reach what we want to reach tomorrow, we'll die. But imagine that we are going to live forever, because this party is going to live forever. It's going to live beyond me, beyond you. It is for our children, our children's children, and the next generation of Ugandans, especially if we start it on a moral ground, if it's worth following. And that is possible, comrades. So let us organize our people. Let us organize them for two things: a revolution and a revolution. What do I mean? A revolution even before elections, because it's possible. But even when 2026 comes, before Museveni is kicked out, let us be ready to take him to the polls. Let us be ready on our side to ensure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted. So let us organize, organize, organize. Ensure that in your region, in your constituency, in your area of jurisdiction, there's absolute organizedness. I must add that we might organize, we might build structures, which Museveni vulgarizes all the time, but if we are connected with our people, then we can outsmart them. Like we have done in the past. We can do it even smarter and better and get better results than we got last time. So comrades, let's put the idea of organizing in our mind. I've already told you we have massive support, but you guys are the harvesters. Your duty is to harvest that support, because if we don't harvest it, then we are not doing a good service to our country. I want to call upon you leaders, especially you, the coordinators, the focal people, and the registrars. Avoid infighting. The Secretary General mentioned it, and I have to emphasize it, that we have been plagued with infights, sometimes brought in by prospective candidates. Oh, I want to run in this area, so nobody else should be working with the registrar or the coordinator. You are working for the people of Uganda. You are working for the party, not for an individual, not for a candidate. We have not selected candidates, and even when candidate selection comes, you know the process that we go through. So if you as a coordinator who's supposed to be serving other people, you reduce yourself to serving one person, that is corruption. And you know exactly how we deal with corrupt people. Comrades, it is important for us to build and not destroy. Let us learn from our recent experiences, the 2021. I was in Busoga yesterday, and as you all saw, massive support. But have you asked yourself how we ended up not getting enough MPs from Busoga? Yes, there was massive rigging. Yes, for example, comrades like Mase Warukamba were clearly rigged out with all their forms showing her win. But she was rigged out. But also the infights played a huge role. I'm requesting of you, comrades, when we go out there, we have a duty. Even if you, your individual self, you're not winning for yourself, you're winning for the people of Uganda and for your party. So let us learn from our history if we must do better in the future. I will remind you that now that we're tasking you out there officially, you are official targets of the regime to compromise, to intimidate, and to buy. You will remember that when we started the People Power Movement, before we had coordinators, we were like water. We were amorphous. The regime did not know where to touch. But when we announced our coordinators, then the regime, put aside a huge amount of money just to buy and compromise our coordinators. That is their modus operandi. It has never stopped. I can guarantee you that even by the end of this event, the regime will have started, encircling people to compromise. I have seen them compromising some of our leaders, some of our former leaders. Of course, some we had already doubted them and we leave them of their duties. But the regime wants to put a narrative that all of us are buying. I was even seeing a man that I used to respect, Mike Mokola, doing immoral things. Yes, you can buy the person, but you know as a leader that it is immoral and illegal for you to take over a registration book of a different political party. But Mike Mokola was proudly swinging his thumb with our register. Anyway, that's how immoral they are. I don't have to address them. I want to address you. Comrades, what the regime wants from you is not your support. All they want is your credibility. That is all they want from you. I'm very glad my unbelievably honest Deputy President told you that story. That's why Comrade Sassi was laughing. That's true. Because she was innocently thinking, she was called by Museveni when I was under house arrest. And said, but you are an elder. Come, let's talk about that young man's release. That's all she wanted is our president to be out. So she said, yeah, if me talking to Museveni will cause him to behave like a mature man, why not? Thank God, she's always consulting. She couldn't call me because my phones were off. She called the SG. That's when the SG reminded her. She said, oh. So some of you might even be innocently convinced. And you say, oh, let me just listen to what they're saying. Like some people in Busoga were telling me that some of their leaders came to them and told them that they are going to see the president. And for them, they know one president. They weren't talking to you. Before long, they were before Mike Mokola. So be very cautious. All these people want is a picture with you, and that's it. All they want is your credibility. And you know what happens to all those people that sell out. Because this is not Chagulani's struggle. It is not a Rubongoya struggle. It is not a Senyonyi struggle. It is not a Kayemba struggle. It is a struggle of the oppressed people of Uganda. And when they see you selling out, you can imagine what they feel. I've told you many times that even if it's me, who you think people love so much, if I change my words, it will not take 24 hours and they will be looking at me like Ofono Pondo. So please be true to the pain of the people, to the trust of the people. Trust is the most important thing that you have as a leader. And hope is the most valuable thing that you carry on behalf of your people. So imagine crushing that hope. Imagine what people would think of you. So comrades, this, I cannot overemphasize on that. But, I mean, you know that after they take your credibility, you won't have any difference from these, although rich, but people that have zero respect. The Mukulas of this world, the Nabanjas of this world, the Palams of this world, etc., etc., etc. Comrades, I've talked about this, I've talked about that, I've reminded you of how we are the embodiment of the aspirations of the people of Uganda. And you out there who are charging you to go there and be the representation. You are NUP there. You are People Power there. You are Chagulanyi there. You are all of us there. Go there with full confidence. Because we are standing with you. You are representing us. We look at you very proudly. Don't undermine yourself. Don't think of yourself as any less. If you doubt, see how the regime is going to be fearing you in your so-called smallness. You might think you're a small man or woman, but the way the regime is going to be looking at you, the way the regime is going to be fearing you, but most importantly, the way the regime is going to be trying to befriend you and compromise you, that should tell you of how important you are. It is at this juncture that I want to announce that we are soon going to be starting the phase 2 of our nationwide tour, and we are coming to you. We are coming to you not technologically, physically. Those in Mbale were coming to eat malewa. Those in Western Uganda were coming to eat shabu. Those in Jinja were coming to eat maido. Those in Central Uganda, we are coming to you. Everywhere we are coming to you physically. So please go and set the ground. Go and make preparations. We are coming to turn that constituency upside down. We are coming to you. So with those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite the Secretary General, and I want to say that I hereby launch the nationwide membership registration drive, and let's get to work. Thank you very much. I was trying to insist that the Secretary General registers me as the first person, but he and his friend have insisted that I take the honors, and I will oblige. Thank you very much, Mr. President. People
People power. Our power. DJ, you'll pray for us our anthem as the president gets to register in our card symbolically. But I also want to recognize the arrival of Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi. I see him there. And Mr. President, I want to appreciate two people in a special way. Our organizing secretary, Dr. Kanami Moses, and Madam Sarah. Comrade Sarah, where is she? Sarah over there, who have been making sure that everything goes very, very well. Honorable Balimwezo Subuga has just arrived also from Nakawa East constituency. Thank you very much. DJ. A number is here, that is the phone number. DJ. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, you shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda.
People power!
Our power!
People power!
All right. That is our vibrant Deputy Secretary General. We salute you, Mama. Comrades, having launched this, I hereby task you and charge you to go and register Ugandans. But don't only register them, charge them, preach to them, and make them ready revolutionary soldiers to remove the dictator. For God and my country.
Now the President will proceed. The President will proceed to dispatch the materials which are going to be used in this registration exercise. Organizing Secretary, Mobilization Secretary, Deputy President, Mama Jolly, please go. Mama Jolly. The function is still going on. The President right now is dispatching off these materials which are going to be used to register members, which include membership cards and other materials for people to be put in the register. We are going to count. As DJ again a mass semo. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. People power! Our power! As the media can see, these are going everywhere. The Kabaka County, the Sioux County, and the President will hand over a badge, card. Let me have someone from Southern Uganda. Yes, Okot Samuel is here. Okot Samuel. That's one from there.
I'd like to make some announcements. This time Dear members, participants, please take up your seats.
Hello! People power! Our power! Discipline must be pronounced. So if they say we sing, let us sing. Let us not miss this information from Madam Sir. Basabale banyawo before your faith program ediriyawo kinayengene maaso.
Tuteketeeka ate emboozi enzigi
twagala kuwanguya abagenda otutakolinga kansi bafune akadde akamala.
weerabira subscribinga sharinga ate era nga n'obubaka bukomentinga tufunire ddala bulungi nnyo. Katugendeko mu kapuleesa wana katonotono akamangu batubuulire ensonga.
Awali maso katono temuwanika katono kiriya tugende NBS ebalijolere muganda wange. We have our next members, we have MP. Yesterday, it was completely different, but today I will be very happy. We have 2 other service centers. There is enough for everybody. So please be patient.
Muliseti kale olunaku lwa leero tubadde tutongozza enteekateeka yaffe ey'okuwandiisa abamemba ba NUP mu ggwanga lyonna. Nga bwe mmanyi tuze tubagamba nti tulina enteekateeka ey'okuzimba structures oba emirandira gy'ekibiina kino okuviira ddala ku kyalo okutuukira ddala national level. Era olunaku lwa leero pulezidenti waffe owekitiibwa Kyagulanyi Ssentamu kyatongozza yeeyo pulaani yaffe etandise oba puroguramu yaffe etandise. Tugenda kusooka tumale omwezi guno gwonna nga turegisteringa members b'ekibiina. Tulina abamembers already be twaregisteringa naye tusazeewo okuddamu ne turegisteringa abalala. Tujabawo omuwendo bwe tuba tumaze eno phase tujabawo omuwendo gwa members baffe bonna be tulina aba national platform. Tulina n'enteekateeka ey'okukola digital register abantu bonna be tuwandiisa babeere mu system yaffe eya tekinologiya. So omulimu gwe tubaddewo olunaku lwa leero olukiiko luno tuleese ba registrar okuva mu constituencies 353 ez'eggwanga lyonna, districts 146 ez'eggwanga lyonna ne sub-region zonna ez'eggwanga. So bano abantu tubadde tubatendeka ennaku zino 2 era tugenda basindika kati bagende batandike okukakalaba emirimu okulaba nga bawandiisa abamemba ba NUP. Then buli kaadi ya NUP ya nusu 10 zokka. Tetwagala omuntu yenna bamukyajinge sente ezisuka mu nusu 10 kozi oli bw'aba asazeewo ocontributing ekibiina era ekyo nakyo ne kimufuna receipt sente ezo ne zisobola okujja mu terekero lyaffe. Mwebale nnyo. Baregistrar tubasabye ekisooka balimu okweyingiza mu ntalo za bannabyabufuzi kubanga bano balina okukola n'abantu bonna. So gwe bw'oba oli registrar wa constituency yaffe nga tulinayo abantu 3 baba n'abeegwanyiza ekifo, tetwagala obeere kusayini y'omuntu omulala, twagala osavinga abantu bonna naye n'ekirala kyetwagenda okufenafena bano abantu ekimu nga bwe mmanyi egenda batuukirira egezeeko bagula. Tubasabye tebakikola kubanga bonna be baze bagula fasobole tebalina kye bajjamu. Naye n'ekirala sente ze bakozesa okulaba abantu sooka babawaako obusozi ne babalimbalimba ne bagenda abawa endala naye tebabibawa byonna naye n'okusingira ne baali badde bazibawa sente zaamiwa omusolo zezaali badde zikola enguudo zezaali badde zimakinga sure nti omuntu afuna akabenje afuna eddwaliro n'ebirala bwe bityo. so ebadde ensonga y'okubiri naye esemberayo ddala kwekola n'amaanyi ne bamanya nti bino bwe tuli mu byabufuzi bya bulijjo era kyetugezaako okukola kyakulaba nga tuzimba struggle bano just tuyambako okuorganizinga naye omulamu omukulu gwe tuliko gwa people power. Kansabe alopu ate nga ye mwogezi waffe naye ayogereko gye muli.
Okay, so yes, mulabye omukolo tutongozza registrars zaffe era aba registrars n'abakulembeze baffe abalala focal persons tubasindise okugenda okuregistaringa bamemba b'ekibiina. Kino kikulu kubanga bwe tunaamaliriza phase eyo ate tugenda ku party structures nga already kakati bamemba tubamanyi be tulina mu registers zaffe be tujja otambulirako okuzimba party structures mu buli ngeri yonna. Abantu bano nga tubakwasa materials ogenda nazo okusookera ddala tubasabe babeere beesimbu, babeere abakulembeze abaddala. Okulembeze kakati be bambasada b'ekibiina, be bambasada ba pulezidenti waffe eyo mu byalo gye bagenda okubeera, balina okweyisa obulungi. Abantu balabe nti bano abakulembeze baddala bajja sobola otwala eggwanga lyaffe mu maaso bulungi era babeere beesimbu mu kwasaganya registers zaffe. Tubasabye babeere n'obuvumu, bagenda kutiisibwatiisibwa, bajja gezaako okubagula nga muzibuze mubiraba ono bamuguze simanya nasali diro ne registers zaffe naki. Tubasabye babeere beesimbu, oli bw'aba alaba nti obuvunaanyizibwa buno bumuyitiriddeko register yaffe agikomyewo then agende side gyayagala okugenda, naye bajja kikola nnyo. Kati regime abantu bano be batagetinga nnyo okulaba nti ebagula abatagala kugulibwa bajja gezaako kubatiisatiisa, kubasiba naki, era nga twagala okuwoninga security outfits zonna, abamagye, poliisi n'abalala mutambulire ku mateeka. Ffe tuli kibiina ekiwandiike ekikola emirimu gyakyo mutuufu nga bwe kirina okubeera. Bano bakulembeze ba kibiina bagenda kujja mu byalo nga baregisteringa abantu, temwetantala nti ate mubakwata mubasiba mubakyankalanya. Obuvunaanyizibwa bwe bagendako bukkirizibwa mu ssemateeka yaffe, era tuwoninze omuntu yenna oba wamagye oba wa poliisi aneetandala okukyankalanya abantu baffe bano oba kubakwata oba ki, tujjamu handolinga ye nga ye. Yes, ekitongole oba kya poliisi oba kyamagye nakyo tujja kikwasaganya, naye bano abantu sekinnoomu ng'okola ekikolwa kino eky'obumenyi bw'amateeka tujja kuhandolinga individually gwenga sekinnoomu mu mateeka ne mu ngeri ndala zonna zonna, kubanga amateeka gatukkiriza okugenda ne tumobilizinga ne tukola ekyo tulina okukola ng'ekibiina. Era tulina essuubi mu bakulembeze baffe bano ne bajja kukola ekituufu, bajja kubeera mu bantu baffe bamobilizinge, baregistaringe bamemba. Era tusaba n'abantu abali eyo temutiisibwatiisibwa nti ate kakati boneewandiisa mu kitabo kya NUP tojja funa government services, simanya bajja kujja bakusibe, bajja kukola ki, tebabatiisatiisa. Oyo propaganda mugenda mulaba nnyo nga babakangakanga. Eno NRM bweyisa propaganda mbusimanya balina obukadde 18 mu registers zaabwe ate nga tebazibalaga, temwazirabako. Byakiyaye si bituufu. Kati nga baagala otiisatiisa abantu eyo ba RDC, ba DISO, abamagye, abapoliisi naki, temukanga abantu bonna bonna kubanga semateeka ekkiriza omuntu okugwa gy'ayagala okugwa oba ayagala kuwagira NUP dembe ye ogwo si musango. Katusuubire buli kimu kijja tambula bulungi.
Okay, tugende ku Eva Honor.
Okay, honorable, ogenda kutubuulirako ku ki kyeyogera ku nteekateeka eno etongozeddwa olunaku.
Obuvunaanyizibwa obuweereddwa abakulembeze olunaku olwaleero abalagiddwa eggwanga kwe kuba nti bakwata obuwagizi bw'abannayuganda bwe batulinako babufuula obuwanguzi. Bannayuganda ogwabwe bagukola era bakyagukola okulaga nti bo balonda enkyukakyuka. N'olwekyo bannayuganda bajja kuba basanyufu nnyo obukulembeze obulondeddwa okuorganizinga enteekateeka yonna bulaba nti obuwanguzi bwabwe oba obuwagizi bwabwe bufuuse obuwanguzi nga tugenze mu bukulembeze bw'eggwanga.
Emirundi mingi tutera okulaba obujuli omukulonda obukulembeze bw'ekibiina obwa wansi. Bannakibiina obagamba ki?
Bannakibiina balina okumanya nti kino si kya muntu kinnoomu. Luno lutalo lwa kununula Uganda ey'awamu kuva ku ffenna ebitunyigiriza, enguudo embi, amalwaliro omutali ddagala n'embeera endala nnyingi ezitunyigiriza, emisolo egisusse obungi. N'olwekyo bw'oba okola obuvunaanyizibwa obukukwasiddwa olina okumanya nti toli ku kikyo, toli ku kya NUP wabula oli ku kya munnayuganda anyigirizibwa.
Bwekityo bwe kitambudde katusisinkana omulundi oguddako naye nga subscribinga